David Ojabo came to football. Are you at all surprised how quickly he seems to have progressed?
Well, we learned about it when we first got here. What you saw on tape was a guy with great ability, and you could tell there's some untapped potential there. So when it kind of made sense a little bit, actually, like once you realize his history. But his learning curve, like I was telling somebody the other day, I think he learns more football in a day than I did in like 2 years. He's just a sponge, soaks it all up. He's doing a great job. It's fun to coach.
Have you raised the bar in terms of how much you're teaching him now? Because he can.
Yes. Yeah, it's great. Yeah, great question. We started out and probably I overloaded him a little bit, and then you realize, okay, like let's give a little more bite-sized increments, and now he's just he's just everything you give him, he smashes.
John?
You talk a little bit about the challenge that Sean Clifford presents to your defense.
Yeah, I mean he's a point guard. He distributes the ball really well. It's a numbers game in a lot of aspects. So he understands when you're light, when you got too many people in a certain direction, and then he can make you pay. When it turn, and then they drop back more so than really anybody we've seen. And so they got a good package for him, and he reads it out well and gets it out on time. Obviously, he's got some great players on the perimeter. So that's somebody we got to handle as well.
How do you assess the ascension of the secondary from when you first inherited them to what you've been able to see the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think just the things I've been telling everybody, since we got here, it's just a steady improvement. Like last week, I said, I forget who I was telling, but it's like you close your eyes and I can see the play, pre and post snap communication, pre snap alerts, post snap alerts. When you start to hear that, it means that they're starting to really get it. So we're not there yet by any stretch of the imagination, but that was cool. The communication the last 2 weeks have been really improved. So happy with that.
Aaron?
Mike, in your jump from the NFL to college, have you found yourself changing your approach with communication with individual players one-on-one about their role, about your expectations for them?
Communication-wise, like interpersonal, no. I mean, it's really the same. I had a couple conversations with guys last week. It's like, hey man, we told you this from the get-go. Expectation standards, the way you play is you practice really well and you prepare. You put it on tape during practice, and that's what earns you an opportunity in the game. Now you got to go perform when the game hits. Then opportunities keep coming. If you don't do it, we give someone else the opportunity, and they're fully aware of when those opportunities are coming and going. I think you have to create competition throughout the year as well. I mean, you can't just give people just because we're in the week whatever doesn't mean that it's still people's jobs. You got to go prove it every day how you prepare and how you go practice. And I think that's how you have great practices when they're competitive.
Michael?
With the coaches and the mentors that you learned from over the years, was there a philosophy that you kind of adopted in terms of facing a really elite receiver, whether it's traveling a guy or bracket coverage, or are there things that you like?
There's several things you can do. I am not going to tell you that right now.
No, I just meant more broadly speaking. Do coaches have a philosophy that they learn from?
I think there's a lot of things going on there. One, your defensive personnel, the situation in the game. You can't double a guy every snap. But absolutely, yeah. I mean, you can travel a guy, you can double him, inside and out, you can double him high and low. You can double him with the DB, you can double him with the linebacker. It's just you can drop a guy to that direction. You can travel a guy. If you have an elite corner, you can travel your elite corner with the second best player and then double the best player. Like there's all sorts of things you can do. You learn that from football Twitter. I'm on that too. So.
On the right, Rainer here.
Yeah, as you've noticed, I guess as you put more film on out there, have you noticed other teams adjusting and getting a better sense of your scheme, and has that led to more adjustments on your side of things?
Yeah, I'd say, I think the thing that shows up more so is you see some of the similar formations. from week to week that you don't necessarily see on the team's previous tape.